If you've been on social media recently, chances are that you've heard of something called looksmaxing. But what really is looksmaxing? At its core, looksmaxing is exactly what it sounds like, maximizing one's looks. More broadly, it's an internet-driven movement for self-improvement that focuses on enhancing physical appearance. This trend is mainly targeted towards men, although for the longest time there has been strong social pressures on women to be pretty and attractive. But now that pressure is increasingly infecting men as well. Content creators and supporters often argue that looks are important in nearly every aspect of life, such as confidence, social status, and even opportunities. However, I think the meaning of looks maxing differs from person to person depending on how far someone is willing to go to change their appearance. At its healthiest, looks maxing emphasizes well-being. A lot of looks maxing content and creators promote health, such as achieving a low body fat percentage or building muscle. These changes can improve appearance while also encouraging healthy habits like proper nutrition and regular exercise. Other recommendations include getting better sleep, drinking plenty of water, and managing stress, all of which can help prevent you looking tired or bloated. And for most people, this type of looks maxing can be positive as it promotes health and discipline rather than focusing purely on insecurities. Another major focus in looks maxing is grooming and beauty hacks. For example, creators often recommend getting a haircut that fits a person's face shape and hair type, which can significantly change someone's appearance and style. This level of beauty improvement also promotes skincare for clear skin, whitening strips for whiter teeth, and minoxidil for fuller eyebrows or hair loss. These hacks are generally simple and harmless. Many creators even promote the use of makeup for men, such as eyeliner or eyebrow pencils to add more contrast. Overall, these tips and tricks won't dramatically change someone's looks. On the internet, beauty becomes extremely specific and idealistic. The image social media portrays as attractive is very unrealistic, with only the top 1% of people fitting these standards. Social media highlights ideal jawlines, bone structures, bodies, and aesthetics. For most people, this is unachievable as genetics plays a massive role in appearance, along with height and frame. This is where the idea of black pill starts to come in, an ideology that claims that looks are everything. According to this belief, appearance defines value, success, and happiness. It's the black pill that drives desperation for better looks. At this point, people begin turning to coping methods that don't actually work. Black pill creators push courses and guides that promise attractiveness, promoting techniques like thumb pulling or zygomatic pushing, methods with no scientific backing. One especially popular trend is bone smashing, which involves hitting the face to supposedly promote bone growth. Like the other methods, there's no scientific evidence supporting this. Creators promise results without addressing the insecurity driving the behavior. As a result, some people turn to drastic measures to alter their appearance. Drug use has become increasingly popular within the looks maxing community, with substances like HGH being abused for bone growth and steroids for muscle building. At this stage, the harm is no longer just mental. Self-harm is indirectly being promoted. Currently, peptides are extremely popular, with products marketed for muscle gain, fat loss, tanning, and skincare. Creators often claim these substances work with little to no downsides, but the reality is that there's very limited research on many of these peptides, and creators promoting them are often sponsored by these peptide companies. Eventually, many people realize there is no natural way to become more attractive than a genetics lab. Black pill creators then begin promoting fat dissolvers for hollow cheeks and various forms of facial surgery. Popular procedures include Le Fort 2 and double jaw surgery. These surgeries are extremely invasive and expensive, but they can drastically change one's appearance. While these procedures can be life-changing for some, they carry serious risks. In many cases, surgeons aren't nearly as skilled as they claim to be, leading to patients being permanently botched. Looks maxing begins with the simple idea that improving your appearance will improve your life. At first, it can be a way to gain control over your well-being, teaching discipline, effort, and self-care, not just shaping one's appearance, but also building confidence. However, when looks maxing crosses into the black pill ideology, that sense of control disappears. The black pill frames appearance as the defining value of life, claiming that looks determine success and love. With this mindset, self-improvement stops being about growth and becomes an endless attempt to fix what is seen as fundamentally broken. Insecurity magnifies every perceived flaw. Social media makes unrealistic ideals seem like the only acceptable standard. People trapped in the black pill mentality chase perfection but never find satisfaction.